Hey guys, happy lunchtime. It's exactly noon. So I have just a little mailbag today. Nothing GPK. We did have an exciting week last week, didn't we? With June Boone coming in and Research and Ralph Final Arts coming in from Smokin' Joe. I did have a topic today as well. It's about hits, the origins of when Top started doing hits in Garbage Pail Kids, what hits are exactly, and just my feelings about where hits are kind of what they mean nowadays. And there is sort of a negative vibe. Obviously I'm kind of criticizing it. You probably saw in the title, and I'm going to address that as well. So just right off the bat. So when I got into the hobby during All New Series, there were some hits. I don't have any in this one fucking box. We did have hits. We had scratch and sniff cards, and we did have some sketches come in. I think the first time was All New Series 4, and those were pretty cool. Except the artist didn't put a lot of work into them. And to see our hero John Pound, his output during All New Series 4 was something else. I mean, it was a little alarming. Even back in the day, we talked about how bad they were. But, you know, those sets back in the day, they were really small. 41 or actually, I don't know. What were the all new series? Maybe 40 cards or something. They were kind of small little sets. And so you just expected to get an insert. They were called inserts. They weren't called hits. I honestly don't know where the term hits came into all this. I would assume it has something to do with sports cards. The term breaks comes from sports cards as well. And a lot of that language did not come into Garbage Pail Kids until I noticed some of it around Flashback, like Flashback 3. But especially during Chrome 1 is where we really had a lot of sports card type of talk like that. So I'm going to go ahead and open these. But we will be talking briefly today about Garbage Pail Kid hits and my thoughts about those as they pertain to collecting Garbage Pail Kids. So, guys, I do not know what's in these. I know it's not Garbage Pail Kids, but I love, I've said this many times, I love Mondays. Mondays are always such a great day for collectors because we have usually a nice stack at the front door, don't we? To build up over the weekend. Yeah, the other day when I opened the art, I said I was going to open the other boxes, but I didn't. And I actually had, I think it was like 3 people contact. They were a little disappointed that I didn't open those. So I will open these today. Yeah, so while I'm doing this, be thinking about just how you feel about the whole buying Garbage Pail Kids packs to get the hits out of them. One thing I can talk about is, when I was a kid, or like when we were kids, right? Dude! Dude, this is Garbage Pail Kids. Hold on. I forgot. These are the prototypes. Okay, guys, I do have something Garbage Pail Kids. Holy shit, I just remembered I ordered those from China. Hold on, let me grab the Weird Wendy. You guys remember the Weird Wendy prototype? All right, so let me remind you what this is. So if you go to Walmart and you go over there to the video game section, or at least that's where I find these, they have those little statues of Garbage Pail Kid characters. Well, that's what this is, but this is the prototype from the factory in China. So I was able to track down a guy that works at the factory who got me these these protos. And I got some more. I think there's 3. Dude, I totally forgot about it. So, wow, exciting day. I will say that none of these sculpts are as exciting as Weird Wendy. As you'll see, I mean, the one I really want, I would imagine most of you would know, because it's the best one, is Roy Bott. The Roy, and I'm sorry I don't know the, damn, I can't remember the fucking maker. All right, anyway, let's take a look. Here's number one. You're looking at the Chinese prototype for 11, the Garbage Pail Kid, Stranger Things. Joe Simcoe, I believe, is the designer, and not of the toy, but of the card. And her nose is bleeding into a plate, like ketchup, kind of. I'm sorry, it's waffles. Yeah, but it's still blood. But anyway, yeah. Let me before I get too deep, without reminding myself and you, this is not technically a prototype. It's a production sample. The proto would actually be the original resin casting. This is resin, but it's like kind of like a sample, pre-production sample, and there's no paint on it, obviously, right? One thing I'm quickly noticing, that this is a different colored plastic than this one. All right, there should be two more. Oh, that's so cool, man. I love when this happens. I love when I forgot I ordered something. So there's two in here. God, I hope this ain't broken. Oh, wow, he's really cool, man. Steve, right? I believe his name is Steve. This is from the Stranger Things Garbage Pail Kid. This is I'm going to call them prototypes for now. Damn, he might be my favorite. Next to Weird Wendy there. And should have one more in here. There he is. There's Dust in here. My personal favorite character of the whole Stranger Things series. That's really cool. Man, good day here. Wow. Really good day. Yeah, man, all this production stuff, I can't get enough of it. I mean, just to own something that was part of the creation of something else. Because, I mean, this shit's mass-produced, guys. This is, you know how many fucking chrome Totem Paula cards were made? Any idea how many fucking of this one fucking card was made? But to have a piece of art or some prototypes, just something that's fucking handmade or some sort of limited item. I mean, as a collector, isn't that what this is all about? I mean, I get that you want to complete sets and shit. Like, there's like a collecting goal, and we're going to get to that today. But I don't know, man. I just don't get it. Like what we're doing. Yeah, I'm getting pretty excited. Man, that's way. Yeah, I totally fucking forgot I ordered those. All right, there's no way these are Garbage Pail Kids. Now, I do have a piece of art coming in the mail. Oh, these are. Oh. Okay, guys, these are. I call them high school era. That means early 90s for me because I was in high school. These are what were out when I was in high school. These are the should be 91 to 1993 Push Pop. Now this is series number 2. We sometimes refer to this as the tropical Push Pop era. Now these aren't tropical, but these are from that second release, early 90s. Should have a date here. Yep, 1991, and it's got a duplicate. Wow, man, this day is shaping up. And you know what this might be? This actually might be another Push Pop. Yeah, one of my all-time favorite items is Topps Push Pop. Yeah, I have to have the best collection in the world of push pops. I have in fact, I have a video on YouTube that shows part of my collection, and yeah, here it is. Wow, this is, yeah, you people that watch my live streams, you notice I don't get this excited very much, I meant. But yeah, this is really cool. Well, I got like my favorite shit today, pretty much. Garbage Pail Kids, Push Pops. I mean, just the fucking colors off these things. Jesus Christ. How can you not want this? This should be a 2003. Oop, I'm wrong. 2002. I call these a lot of things, but well, for me personally, this is sort of like I think about the birth of my daughter. It was 2001, so she was 1 year old when this came out. Another way to think about this is 20 years old. It's 2022. This is 2002, so 20 years old. This one's actually sealed. With push pops, it's kind of dangerous to have these sealed, especially in a climate like where I live in Georgia or anywhere in the South. This will start leaking. It doesn't leak here. It actually leaks in the bottom in that little seam, and you can see some leaking out already a little bit. And that's something I have to constantly deal with in my... I need to show you guys those. I have, yeah, like I said, I have to have the greatest push pop collection in the world. No way anyone has a better one. So yeah, wow, cool day, man. Almost forgot what I was supposed to talk to y'all about. So let me regroup. Let me move all this fucking shit. Get it the fuck out of here. Yeah, by the way, if you ever wonder why I'm always sitting over here by a window, it's because of the reception in my house. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but like we have to go outside to take phone calls. But up here in this, I have 2 studios in my house, 2 like art studios. But for some reason, by this window, I get really good reception. Guys, if you're just joining me, I'm fixing to talk about GPK hits and what they mean. But, and I got these in today. Holy shit. Prototypes of the Stranger Things Garbage Pail Kids. Dustin, 11. Steve, ain't it Steve? I think his name's Steve. Yeah. Definitely my favorite. I like this Steve one. That's really cool. Yeah, so back in the day, hits were not a very big deal in Garbage Pail Kids. They did have some decent sketches in All New Series 4, which came out in 2005, by the way. Not to confuse you. But up until that, I mean, it was really just scratching stink characters and some golds. But it wasn't like people were like making a big deal out of them. They weren't that rare. And they're also really easy to find because Garbage Pail Kids sets were very small. Now a set can have 100 characters, but back in the day it was only 40 or 41. So, or 50. Or 55, I believe, in All New Series 7. So, but nowadays hits are a big deal. And what you see are these people ripping open fucking packs, skipping the cards, going straight to the middle and pulling out the hit. And this word hit, again, I did not hear this word until, dude, I didn't hear anyone say hit until like maybe 6 years ago. It wasn't even Chrome 1 when I heard hits. So that's some sports card language. Breaks. Now I did hear breaks during Chrome 1. And that's again some sports card language. By the way, I don't have any Chrome 4. I will be getting some in when I find it. I'll eventually find it. And I'll be opening that. But so unfortunately I can only talk about Chrome 3. So yeah. So my topic today are Chrome hits geocaching. So if you don't know what geocaching is when some people, like a group of people, get together, or even a company, and they will put a piece of treasure in like a capsule or just some sort of container, like a box, and then they'll go put it out in the woods. And then people that like to hike or treasure hunt will go and look for that treasure. But in real life, that's not treasure, because it's just someone who maybe put a gold watch, or someone who put a gift card to Chili's. They just put it in a capsule for you to find. That's not real treasure. You know, geocaching is different than someone with a metal detector who randomly goes out in the woods and finds a dandy button or a barber dime or something. That's real treasure hunting, right? So I'm making a distinction between geocaching, which I'm going to call hits from now on, Tops or Fanatics geocaching. So when I opened these packs of Chrome 3, I knew what could be in there. It wasn't going to ever be a real surprise, right? Even if I got a super refractor in a Chrome pack, I knew there was a possibility one could be in there, right? Think about that. So it's not open-ended is my point. So if I'm out there in the woods, by the way, stormy day today and discuss it. So if I'm out there in the woods with my metal detector, and I have 3 of them, and I like the metal detect, but and I don't know what I'm going to find, right? I could find a gun, I could find a pocket watch, I could find anything, but the point is I might find junk. I never know what I'm going to find, and we call that treasure hunting. I could literally go out into the woods today and find a piece of treasure. That's different than what Chrome is and what Garbage Pail is. Now, they never called this treasure, right? I never read go find some treasure, but I'm calling it sort of a lesser form of treasure hunting, which is geocaching. So Fanatics at one point sat down, or Tops or whoever, and decided what they were going to put in these Chrome packs. And it's also listed on the pack wrapper. So when you're opening them and when you're going for the hits, oh fuck, I found an X-Fractor of Stuck Chuck. Oh yeah. That's not anything really different than just gambling. Okay, it's kind of got a gambling vibe to it as well. Yeah, man, I don't get it, man. I don't know why we needed that in our hobby. Like, what's I thought Garbage Pail Kids was supposed to be, new cards, new series. That's how it started, with all new art that was relevant to the time that it was made. Now it's become, at least for collectors, it's getting even worse. This thing where you see people opening all these packs. They can open a box of Chrome in I dropped my phone. In about 5 minutes, because they ripped all these fucking packs and they're just going to the middle, pulling out the so-called hit. God, I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's not why I'm in Garbage Pail Kids. Not sure what the big draw is to finding any of the so-called hits. Some people are framing it as investing. I've never thought about Garbage Pail Kids as an investment. So I'm going to end today by talking about, to me, where are the hits? So when I found this, I was going through eBay, and I found a listing that was really poor. It wasn't written very well. I wasn't expecting to find this. How in the fuck would I expect to ever find something literally that's in China of American Garbage Pail Kid item? So To me, that's where the hits are. When I found the 2002 push pop the other day, I didn't go on eBay looking for 2002 push pops. That was my hit. That's what I pulled from eBay. I pulled this out of the eBay pack. Does that make sense? And when I found these 1991 push pops, I couldn't believe it. I actually found a hit on eBay. So I think with a lot of the legendary collectors, people with these really great legacy collections, we're not finding the hits in mass-produced packs. Because really, what's the point of, I'm going to spend $400 on a case, or I don't know how much they cost. Totally fucking out of the loop there. To find some red wave, whatchamacallit, that's worth, whatever it's worth. To me, the hits, the real hits, are out there on the open market, but you're going to have to dig. You're going to have to get out there in the wilderness where anything can happen. Yeah, you might come back with nothing. There's a lot of days I don't find anything on eBay, but most days I do. Most days I find a lot of shit, and it's rare shit. And to me, as collectors, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm not a gambler. I've never been very lucky. I've only ever pulled 2 sketches in my whole entire Garbage Pail Kids career. And those were both out of trash boxes, by the way. I pulled a John Pound auto out of a blaster. I guess that was pretty lucky. Sold it for like $100. Because it just did not mean anything to me. I don't get where the meaning is in reprinted cards. I guess they're pretty. Maybe they match your other cards or something. I'm not really sure. But to me, I think where the hits are out there on the open market, and it's going to take work, okay? And you're going to have to get out there and find them. And there's a lot of Garbage Pail Kid hits out there to find as well. But you're not going to really find them in a pack. I don't think anything really significant comes out of these packs. I mean, what could come out of a pack? To me, the only really significant thing you could ever find out of a Garbage Pail Kids pack is maybe an error card, some sort of factory error that no one else has. But as far as, collecting these rehash sets, I just don't know where it's at. So, but I do enjoy opening the new sets. Yeah, they're lacking. They're not as good as what we had as kids. I don't know what to do about it, we got to decide, are we going to collect them or not? Are we going to support them or are we not? And what I'm seeing is we're not supporting them, okay? What I'm seeing is people trashing the new cards, And what I see people is glorifying the gambling aspects of Chrome. I don't see anyone actually enjoying Chrome. I just see him as like, okay, I'm going to make a rainbow. I'm going to try to find a fucking super refractor, whatever they're called. I mean, they do come with some new art. It's typically been pretty bad stuff. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's all I have, guys. Pretty exciting, though. I'm glad the prototypes came in. And some pretty cool old high school era push pops. Yeah, so should have some more topics later this week. And I got a piece of art coming in, a new one. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Russ Fan out. That better not be broken.